There is a huge problem going on with Wuthering Waves at the moment. And well, it's less to do with the game and more to do with the players. So as you may know, Wuthering Waves is a new gacha game that's set to come out on the 22nd of May this year. And it's made by Kuro Games, who are a massive gacha game studio. I mean, they've made Punishing Grey Raven in the past. And overall, there is a lot of hype for this game. It looks really good. The trailers are really good. And recently we did have a live stream where they updated us and told us the actual release date. And in this live stream, it seemed like they really improved the game, as they pretty much talked us through every single change that they made based on player and just overall community feedback, which was just amazing, as we don't really see this with other games like Genshin Impact and even Honkai Star Rail. I mean, Honkai Star Rail is an amazing game and they do get some really good updates, but I don't think it's really community driven. It's more they just kind of figure it out for themselves. But it's really good to see Wuthering Waves actually listening to us and making these changes to improve their game. They've done it time and time again. From the first beta test, whenever the game was like a bit like, oh, okay, I mean, you know, it's alright, but it could be improved. To the second beta test where they listened to us and it improved massively. And now after the second beta test, we got the live stream where they pretty much just polished off everything else and made the game even better than it was whenever it was first teased. And that brings us today, where on this website we can see that there's a total of 22,840,000 total pre-registrations, which is just insane. That is a lot of players if you think about it. And as you can see here, they do have some milestones for the pre-registers. So if they reach 30 million, I'm pretty sure you get some free pools and stuff, which is amazing. And honestly, I think they probably will hit 30 million. I mean, they've still got almost a month to go, so I'm really rooting for them here. But there is a massive problem going on at the moment, which you may not have heard of. And this all stems from a tweet from a guy called Narashira. Now, I think they are a massive Wuthering Waves creator, so I definitely suggest giving them a follow. They pretty much just keep you up to date with everything to do with Wuthering Waves, as in news and just stuff like this, which I'm about to talk about. But yeah, they seem like an overall pretty nice account to follow. What it pretty much says is that there is a fake Wuthering Waves pre-register website live. Please do not enter your information. And then they provided a link to the fake website, which is wutheringwaves.kuropage.com. And then they give a link to the real website, which is wutheringwaves.kurogames.com. So obviously Kuro Page is the fake one and Kuro Games being the real one. Now pretty much what this means is there is a website on Google right now that is pretty much pretending to be the Wuthering Waves website. Now do we know the true intentions behind this website and what the people behind it are going to do with all of this information? We don't know. And what the most probable cause is that they're trying to steal Wuthering Waves accounts or even Kuro Games accounts so that they can probably sell it for money. As you know, in games like Genshin and even Honkai, there's a large market for accounts that have been already leveled up and accounts that have been paid for. You know, people have certain characters, etc. And people really like to pay them even though it's against TOS. And honestly, I think this may be the main reason why. They'll pretty much store all of these login informations, wait a couple months for the accounts to build up, and then steal the account and then sell it online for money. There's also another list of reasons why they could be doing this. They could be looking for, you know, common passwords. I mean, who doesn't do this? You know, use the same password on multiple accounts. So they might be looking to kind of steal something else like your Google account, which would be an absolutely massive problem because obviously everything is stored on there. Or they could even be trying to get to your credit card information or maybe your PayPal information, because obviously this is a gacha game, so you may be entering in some information and you might save your card on there, which I'm guessing these guys may have some workaround to try find this information, which again wouldn't be good at all because that means they could use your credit card. Now, why am I talking about this? There's been a couple content creators out there that has already talked about this, and you know, it was about 2 weeks ago already. I mean, this is a dead subject, right? Well, not really. But if I go to isitdownrightnow.com, it pretty much tells me whether a website is up or down. Obviously, I'm not going to click on this link. That would just be stupid because they could be trying to get like IPs as well. But what this does is pretty much tells you whether a website is still up and running and people can still access it, and people still can access it. It says it's up and that, you know, the response time is pretty low, which means they probably haven't paid much for this website and it's very low effort. They're probably running it on the basic server like setting. I mean, a response time of 459 is pretty slow, so this isn't like a top of the range website or anything. But yeah, it's kind of worrying that it's been almost 2 weeks and we haven't seen any change. As I said, there's been other content creators that have talked about this. I forget the names of them, but I probably will leave a link in the description to their videos because they are also very useful. But it's been 2 weeks and there's been a lot of people talking about this and there has still been no change. The website is still up. Now, who's to blame here? Well, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, we as players could probably report this website, and I'm sure many people have already, and I definitely suggest doing this if you really care about stuff like this, because there's probably many people out there that have pre-registered and they didn't know that it's on this fake website. But I definitely suggest going to your like internet service provider or going to your local regulator and kind of reporting this website, because again, this is a straight up scam, so this should be taken down in a heartbeat. Now, obviously this is different across different countries, you know, there's different regulators, so if all of us band together and kind of, you know, ask them to take this down, then I'm sure it will make a difference. But also there is a big importance on Wuthering Waves taking down this website too, because it is their game and they are copying their game. I mean, it's been 2 weeks and I'm not sure if Wuthering Waves have been notified about this, but this website still isn't down, and that should be like the first thing they do, because not only are people accidentally registering to this and giving away their information, but also Wuthering Waves are losing a lot of pre-registrations. Because as I showed you that count in the beginning, they probably lost a couple thousand, I'd say. I mean, I don't know how many people have visited this website, but it's probably at least in the hundreds or the thousands, which is kind of scary to think about. And these are thousands of pre-registrations lost to Wuthering Waves, and maybe this player won't think about it again and won't re-pre-register for the game, which kind of sucks. So if you are a player of Wuthering Waves and you have pre-registered for the game, I would definitely suggest, having a look and checking to see whether you've got the right website. Look for your history, look for your emails, just to see that you've definitely done it right, because this is a very sneaky scam here, and it does look very similar. As I said, you're going to be looking for the official one, which is .kurogames.com, and then if you see something with .kuropage.com, then that is the fake one. Anything with Kuropage is the fake one. Then I'd definitely suggest changing your passwords to literally all of your accounts, because this could be incredibly dangerous, and obviously changing the password to your Kuro account as well, because that's going to be what they're going for. And I know what it's like. In the past, I've had my password stolen. I don't want to admit it. In my mind, I'm a pretty internet smart person, and I still don't know how they got my passwords, but I have had my passwords taken, and it is not fun to see someone trying to take stuff out of your bank and stuff, and trying to order stuff off websites. So I really suggest that you go do this immediately before they can actually do any harm to you. And also, if you go to the Wuthering Waves website here, we can actually see that they've got an event going on where you can claim a 5-star echo. And here on their Twitter page, they actually have a link to the event, which if you go on it, you can actually claim some of the free stuff. And pretty much what they do is they get you to share some of their social media stuff in return for an echo to be added to your account whenever you start the game. But just make sure you're super careful whenever clicking these links, because obviously this one here is the official link, and you shouldn't really be getting the link from anywhere else apart from the main Wuthering Waves page, because you never know, with this scam website, they may not only be doing the main page of Wuthering Waves, they may also move on to other stuff like this where you can get a 5-star echo, because obviously people are really fueled by getting free stuff. So again, just be super careful whenever checking links, and check that it definitely says Kuro Games in it rather than Kuro Page, because the Kuro Page link is what they're using to scam people. And I'm not sure about SEO and stuff. I'm not sure if they're trying to push it on Google search too, but make sure you're clicking the right one on Google search as well, because they might be trying to force their page to the top of the listings so that they can scam even more people. But hopefully after the game's release, this will all die down, as there's no real need for anybody to log in. And like I've been saying throughout this video, just be super careful whenever you click on stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say in this video. I mean, this is a big issue and it still hasn't been resolved yet, which is just so confusing to me. And hopefully we'll see this page go down in a couple of days, because again, there's a lot of people that aren't as internet smart as maybe me or you, and they could easily fall for this thinking this is the main page, because honestly, looking at the screenshot, it looks pretty legit here. Yeah, I hope all the best for Wuthering Waves, and I will be making more content on Wuthering Waves in the future, because obviously it's a new game and I want to help you guys out. I do guides, but also provide you with a ton of Wuthering Waves news as well. So if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and just try to take a careful look at things whenever you sign up to them. Yeah, that's all. See ya.